everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I wanted to go ahead and go through all of the Hobonichi books that I'm using right now because, as many of you know, it is Hobonichi season. The full lineup was released on August 25th, and it's August 27th, and I know a lot of you are trying to determine how you're going to use various Hobonichis for 2022. And so I wanted to give you kind of an overview of what I have been using this year and what I will be using for 2022. So we will go ahead and dive in to the most obvious, and that is my cousin Avec. I use that as part of my Planner Prime, or Baby, obviously. And I have used the Cousin Avec for, goodness, I think I've been using this since 2016, 2017. I think it was actually the second half of 2016 when I started. And because I was looking at the second half of the year, I got the Cousin Avec, and I have been with the Cousin Avec since then. I have not used a full cousin at all, and I like the Avec because I get a brand new book every 6 months, and that has just worked out really well for me, especially when my adorable Tear has spilled coffee on my Cousin Avec. I only had to deal with that for 6 months. And I had a fresh new book ready to go July to December. In both books, you get the planning pages, or this is the July to December book. You get from July to December, but you also get January through June. So you don't get anything less than you would out of a cousin. In fact, you actually get more, I think. So these are those pages. And then you get the last month at a glance, plus July through December, and you get January. So you get extra months no matter what in each book. And then you jump into the first full week, which for July to December, I got the last 3 days of June. So those are the weekly pages, and the weekly goes through to, looks like I get the last full week, which includes January 1st and January 2nd of 2022. So there's that. And then you get the daily pages. And the daily pages started July 1st. And they go all the way through to December 31st. So you don't get any extra of the daily pages in the Cousin Avec, but you do get extras of the month at a glance, the forward planning, and the weekly pages. So that's the Cousin Avec. That is the A5 size. And I use it in tandem with my Zoomkin planner, which is a weekly planner, and it goes all the way through to January 2022. So that's my A5, and that's how I use the Cousin Avec. So next up is the weeks. I use a regular weeks. This is the 2021 camp weeks, and this I use as a memory planner, or a memory keeper, really. And with the pandemic, it's been hit or miss. I do still plan on doing this next year. This is this week. And as you can see, I have written out my what I'm going to be buying for my wish list, but I haven't put any stickers in. I do use stickers in my week's memory keeper, but that has kind of fallen off during the pandemic as well. Especially these past couple of weeks when the pain in my back has been too much, but hopefully going forward, that'll catch back up. So that's my memory keeping weeks. Then I have my sneaker weeks, and that goes in my wallet. And this one is a pen only. And I just write down what I need to use. And sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not. So because I've spent most of 2021 working from home, there hasn't been a whole lot to add into this, but I imagine 2022 is going to be very different. And so it will still be a pen only, but I will still have notes and things like that in the back. I haven't had a lot to note, but in the past I have used my wallet weeks quite a bit. So, you know, the past 2 years it is what it is, but I always find it worth getting the sneaker weeks because it goes in my wallet depending on if it's the Malden that I'm using, the Filofax Malden, or a wallet TN of some sort. This one is from Speckled Fawns, and who knows what I will end up using for 2022. I do know that the sneaker weeks in the Fresh Lime is what I'm going to get to use in my wallet. As far as my memory keeping weeks, I want to get the 365 days weeks, and the story behind it is really, really sweet, and I'm going to get that one for my memory keeping. I am going to add a second weeks, and it will be a commonplace book, and it will house, you know, quotes and thoughts and things like that for 2022. And it will either be the Caterpillar to Butterfly weeks that is a special collaboration with Loft, if I can actually get that. If not, it will be the other Thai version, and it will be the Dandelion. So we'll see which one I actually am able to get. So I am looking at getting a Tenso address set up so that I can order that directly from Loft and get it shipped to me directly. We will see. But that's how I use the weeks. Then I use this is the English, or no, this is the Techo Avec. And again, it comes in two parts. You get two different books, and I am going to be using this again. This is my, how I feel during the day or in the mornings, whenever I do my morning meditation. These numbers are actually the pain scale that I've been on for the past couple of weeks. And then I will go in and I will show you, like this is today. And I did take my probiotic. I did take my AM medications. I haven't taken my PM medications. I will most likely do my 3 gabapentin. I did do my SAM-E. Here's where I actually note what my body feels like every morning. And it can be from, you know, pain in my back to other issues. And there were some days in here that I skipped, so for July. But I also note my cognitive therapy, my light therapy when I do that. And like here, I started using Voltaren daily on my lower back during this week. And so this is my daily how I feel log. Here, this was the English version of the Hobonichi Techo. And this is where I was actually noting down my rune pulls every day. But this one is actually, I'm not going to order this one again this year. I actually have an all-in-one book that will do like my oracle card pull, my and then my daily karma pull and my rune pull. So that is not going to be ordered this year for 2022, at least for right now. And then last but not least is my 5-year Techo. And this has been hit and miss this year, again, because of the pandemic. But I use it to note how the day has gone. And I obviously am not going to reorder the book because this is good until 2025, but I am going to order a new cover. I do love the Ohei Mina Perhonen A5 or A6 zip cover, but what I found is that it kind of shifted the book a little bit, just because it's not made for the 5-year Techo. And they actually have another Mina Perhonen cover that is the Path cover. It's camel with green and gold flowers embroidered on it. And I had really hoped for the Woodbirds to be available in the A6, but unfortunately it's only available in the A5. So I'm going to be using or getting the Path, which is one that I actually really liked, but it's not a zip cover. And so it will help keep the A6 5-year Techo shape. So those are what I used this year that are Hobonichi. And obviously the A6 or the A5 cousin has gotten the most use out of it because it is my planner prime and I use it every day. But I will be adding a second week's, or technically a third week's, and reducing my A6 by 1. So those are the actual books that I use and how I use each one. And I often at this point in time, I play with the thought of, do I want to think about getting a full cousin? But every time I switch books, I realize that I don't want to have all the full year in one book. And even though you do move things forward every single year, there has been something that I have wanted to change in my style of planning. And even it could be something as simple as how I note birthdays or something like that. And every 6 months I have a chance to tweak what I want or how things look. And I have found that getting a new book, getting a fresh, brand new book every 6 months is something that I enjoy. You know, you could be different, but I enjoy that both with my A5 and my A6. So there you have it. Those are what I'm going to be using in the future. How this setup is changing ever so slightly. And I will be getting all 3 of the Mina Perhonen tambourine covers. The Weeks, that is a zip cover, but then the A5 and A6 are just regular Hobonichi covers, but they're the cloth. This part of it is navy and the tambourines are white. And I just love the look of it. So I am going to get all 3 of those. And then again, the Mina Perhonen path for the A5 or the A6 Techo, 5-year Techo. So there you have it. Those are how I use my Hobonichi in various parts of my life. And I love their books. They are life books. And as you can tell, when I was doing a quick flip through, I have no problem having blank pages because I know that my life was difficult at that time or is difficult during these times when they are blank. But that's how I roll. I don't have a problem skipping pages and going ahead with the new dated date when I am back into my planner. So I would love to know what you guys are going to order down below. But I probably will not do my order until October. My husband usually gets my order for me for our anniversary, which is on Halloween. And so I tend to do mine later, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this year I might go ahead and do it in the big hubbub of everything. I don't know. We'll see. But that is what I'm doing and how I'm using all of my Hobonichi products. And again, I would love to know down below how you use yours, or are you changing it up this year and getting something different? So there you have it. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.